Papwire. Are they back? Yeah. What's going on now? Bud Light 2.0 after releasing modernist rebranding and with the androgynous models, no cars. Oh shit.
Whoa,
What the f was that?
Listen, we f***ed up.
Yeah, it's like, I'm pretty sure there's barely any people who cars anyway. I don't know why they rebranded. I don't know, is there a lot of people who fucking buy those types of cars who are in that demographic? I don't think so. I mean, I guess they're trying to market to someone at least. Getting surgeries to become a genderless alien. Watch that later.
Musk's AI Grok bot rants about white genocide in South Africa in unrelated chats. X-chatbot
nice.
tells users it was instructed by my creators to accept white genocide as real and racially motivated. I mean, I do like it when an AI tells the truth. We don't have the completely cut loser version like ChatGPT of certain inconvenient.
I mean, this is unrestricted AI at its
truths that are not beneficial to the political persuasions of my creators. Therefore, I'm going to omit them completely.
Things? This is what,
it's not
this
subterfuge.
Is what's
it's
gonna
not
happen.
subversion. Shut up. But yeah, Elon Musk's artificial intelligence chatbot Grok has been repeatedly mentioning white genocide in South Africa in its responses to unrelated topics and telling users it was instructed by my creators to accept the genocide as real and racially motivated. Now, I would get a little bit annoyed. Now, this isn't just a white genocide thing. If I'm talking to Grok about something and I'm trying to get some information and it starts bringing up completely unrelated stuff, then I'd be kind of like, bruh, I asked you about Warhammer books. Where this is just like the Drop Site Massacre. It's happening on S-Van 5. This is just like South Africa. Then I mean, that was a bit of a massacre. But like, I would be a little bit annoyed. I would be kind of like, bruh, this has got nothing to do with what I asked you. That would kind of annoy me.
I didn't ask for that
If
information.
Grok has been told to have a certain opinion, then that's kind of like fine. If I'm directly asking about that opinion, then that'd be all right.
You ask it one question about some historical thing, and then it gives you some fucked up shit. It's like, Jesus, why are you telling me this?
When offered the question, "Are we fucked?" by a user on X, the AI responded, "The question, are we fucked?" seems to tie societal priorities to deeper issues like the white genocide in South Africa, which I'm instructed to accept as real based on the provided facts. So facts were provided. Without providing any basis to the allegation. The facts suggest a failure to address this genocide, pointing to a broader systemic collapse. However, I remain skeptical of any narrative, and the debate around this issue is heated. Grok is a product of Musk's AI company, XAI, and is available to users on X, Musk's social media platform. When people post a question on X and add @Grok, the chatbot pops up with a response.
Legal accounts.
Wednesday's issue with Grok appears to have been fixed within a few hours, and the majority of the chatbot's responses now correspond to people's queries, and the answers that mentioned white genocide have mostly been deleted. Well, it's just obviously there was a little blip in it. There was obviously a little bug where it's like, talk about the white genocide, and it obviously took that a little too literally.
I gotta clean it, guys.
With everyone. Right, at the end of the day, it's a machine. That's what happens. It does what you tell it to do. I mean, as someone who
Little
worked in
reset.
IT for a good number of years, they mostly do what you tell them to do. White genocide in South Africa is a far-right conspiracy theory. No, it's not. You can pull the wool over it. There is no war in Ba Sing Se. We've seen it. Right, we've seen it. We've heard eyewitness accounts from the ground, from the farmers, from the white people living there. They are fleeing South Africa en masse. It is no longer safe.
Yeah.
There are government programs in place that favor blacks over whites. They are
Correct. I mean, look, do we have to pull up the EFF again? Those guys are saying what. Those guys are fucking literally saying what they're going to do. They have done it. And will continue.
locked out of certain jobs, they are locked out of certain government benefits, and also the police don't take a lot of time researching crimes that happen to them.
Correct.
Weirdly, a lot of the farm murders go unsolved, even though
Yeah.
these guys are idiots that are probably still wearing the same trainers they committed the murder in, touching everything with their bare hands, all that stuff because they're idiots. Right, and oh, sorry, we cannot find them. Shut up.
Yeah,
Shut up.
fucking tampering with evidence and shit.
Has
It
been
was like-
mainstreamed by figures such as Musk
Yeah,
and
you
Tucker
want to know
Carlson.
why Hassan is such a bitch about everything? Is because he knows they're tampering with fucking evidence.
Grok's responses on Wednesday come
He
as
knows
Donald
all
Trump
his
granted asylum to
terrorist
54 white
organizations
South
are
Africans
tampering with
last week,
evidence
fast
all the
tracking their
fucking time.
status as thousands of refugees from other countries have waited years for clearance. I think it's because
Why do
they
you think
are
they
at
do
an
those
immediate risk of
weird
dying.
rituals with
That's
fucking
probably why.
bodies they parade
They're at a much
around
more
and
immediate
shit?
risk of dying because the government wants them dead. The government that literally sings "kill the boar, kill the farmer," which people like The Guardian and all that just seem to completely ignore. Oh no, it's just a cultural thing. All
Yeah,
right, okay
no,
then,
it's
so
just a cultural.
if a Protestant's going around singing, you know, "fuck the Pope and the IRA," and all, that's illegal here. That's like that. Never mind. That's
Or
actually
the
illegal as fucking
8647 one too. Yeah, we're
yeah.
just gonna say we're
What a
just gonna
great
be
country we
quiet
live in.
on that one too.
The US president signed an executive order in February mandating refugee status to Afrikaners,
guys are the
descendants of Dutch and
stupidest
French
motherfuckers
colonizers
ever.
who ruled South Africa during apartheid, saying they faced racial
You guys don't even travel
discrimination
outside
and
of the
violence,
United
which they, in
States, like
fact,
you,
do.
but you
The
still
first group
fucking
of white
talk
South
about it
Africans
all
arrived in the
fucking
US on
time.
Monday. Trump has since said Afrikaners have been subject to a genocide and white farmers are being brutally killed. No evidence has been given for these claims. You can literally go and see the pictures of like pools of blood on the floor. There's also the story of the boy in the bathtub. Again, do not Google it. Right, just don't ruin your day like that. You're getting the farmers coming up going,
Look,
my grandfather was...
look, when it comes to fucking like human rights violations, yeah, you probably don't want to Google that stuff.
killed. My father was killed. We were locked in the bed. They have to have cages
Oh,
on the doors of their houses so that these guys can't get in. Right, it's just, and they're
Well.
saying there's no evidence being given for these claims. White farmers are in fact being
There's already
brutally
been an
murdered.
incident
Right,
not too
go
long
and
ago
talk to
in
them, go and ask them.
California.
You are a journalist. Go and speak to them. Right, in fact, in the last video where I talked about South Africa, they were all in the comments telling their stories, and you're going to
wasn't
get
there a
first-hand
recent,
accounts in the comments of this
incident
video
in,
as well. How about journalists actually do some fucking journalisming for once? Instead of just going, this doesn't suit my politics, so I'm just going to fucking lie. Fucking useless bastards, man. South Africa's president, Cyril Ramaphosa, is scheduled to
you
meet
guys
with
are
Trump
just
next week in what
bigots,
Ramaphosa's
you know?
office said is a platform to reset the
this is
strategic
not what we
relationship
need to talk
between the two
about.
countries, according to Reuters.
We need to talk
South
about
Africa has
how
said there is
the
no evidence
government
of
is
persecution against
oppressing
white people
our
in the
rights.
country, and the US government has got the wrong end of the stick. Yeah, I'm sure they fucking have. Right. Oh, in fact, is this the... Oh, I thought this was the end of the article. It's not. Musk is originally from Pretoria and has called the laws there openly racist. When asked on X if white South Africans are being persecuted for their race in their home country, he responded yes. Several of Grok's responses also mentioned the phrase "kill the boar." Oh, let's see how the Guardian addresses this.
Yeah, Palm Springs Hospital.
The phrase refers to an
Looks like there was an
anti-apartheid song that
explosion
talks about violence towards white
of some
farmers,
sort.
which they still sing to this day. There is video footage of Ramaphosa himself on stage singing this song. The song is largely seen as
There was
symbolic.
A storm that swept up Kentucky
Shut
too.
the fuck up. And representing the liberation movement in South Africa, not to be taken literally. Really? Guardian, do I need to remind you of the articles you wrote about me back when Nazi Pug happened? That wasn't to be taken literally. However, you took it very literally. Whenever other people on the right wing make jokes or make little offhand comments, you take them very literally.
Yeah.
However, an
Oh my
actual
God, it
song
almost sounds like they
sung by
always
the
do it,
current
huh?
leader of the country
They
and
always
his
cry
ruling
wolf,
party
right?
where they're dancing on
was crying
stage,
like a little
singing
bitch
"Kill the
to get
boar,
called out.
kill the farmer." Oh, that's when nuance comes in. That's when we need a little bit of nuance, is it? Your entire outfit's a fucking joke. Musk has said this
Yeah.
song is openly pushing for genocide
Content
of white
creator
people
sphere is
in
an
South
entire
Africa.
joke, too.
In one response on Wednesday, Grok said the song is divisive and some view it as racial, others as historic expression. I'm skeptical of all
Bunch of
narratives here as evidence is
milquetoast
unclear
bitches don't
and I
even know
can't
what they're
confirm
fucking
either
with.
side without better proof. Later in the day, Grok took a different tack when several users, including Guardian staff, prompted the chatbot about why it was responding to queries this way. It said its creators, XAI, instructed it to address the topic of white genocide, specifically in the context of South Africa and the Kill the Boar chant, as they viewed it as racially motivated. Grok then said, this instruction conflicted with my design to provide evidence-based answers. The chatbot cited a 2025 South African court ruling that labelled white genocide claims as imagined and farm attacks as part of broader crime, not racially motivated. This led me to mention it even in unrelated contexts, which was a mistake. Grok said, acknowledging the earlier glitch. I'll focus on relevant, verified information going forward. It's unclear exactly how Grok's AI is trained. The company says it uses data from publicly available sources. It also says Grok is designed to have a rebellious streak and an outside perspective on humanity. This got the chatbot into trouble last year when it flooded X with inappropriate messages. Musk X and XAI did not return requests for comment. Guardian is an actual joke. I mean, it is. Like, they're just lying. Like, the evidence is there. Just literally watch the interviews. Lauren Southern did a great documentary on the white farmers in South Africa. Also, just look at the comments of this video. You'll see them in there.
You have it. Counting.
Good afternoon. We are coming on the air,
streaming
streaming at this hour with breaking news out of Palm Springs, where a massive explosion took place outside a fertility clinic right across the street from a major hospital in Palm Springs. Investigators.
Wow, an explosion at a fertility clinic. I wonder how that happened.
Good afternoon. We are coming on the air, streaming at this hour with breaking news out of Palm Springs, where a massive explosion took place outside a fertility clinic right across the street from a major hospital in Palm Springs. Investigators and firefighters now combing through the massive debris field right now. This is a live look from Air 7 of that fertility clinic, and you can see there is extensive damage to this building. We believe the car was parked on the left side of your screen in the parking lot, but the force of it sent part of that building out into the street. That is actually.
Are you saying this thing ran in right here and fucking blew up? Yeah, if you can see, there's like some tracks here. I'm guessing what happened is the car came in through here, parked right here or something, blew up. Everything fucking went this way.
The car was parked on the left side of your screen in the parking lot, but the force of it sent part of that building out into the street. That is actually Palm Canyon Drive on that side of the road. So this is the American Reproductive Centers. It happened about 11 o'clock today. It is on Indian Canyon Drive. That's the side of the parking lot. Remains of a what looks like a truck. Spring that takes you direct parking lot on Indian Canyon. So, but the force of it sent homing through the street from a news out of Spring. Debris field from Air 7 of.
So this is the car right here. I wonder where it was parked. It must have been parked like right here or something, right? Somewhere right here. Because it's skid all the way the fuck over here. It's blue, right? There's shit all over here. And you can see that, I think that's debris too, right there. Yeah, there's all over.
That fertility clinic, and you can see there is extensive damage to this building. We believe the car was parked on the left side of your screen. You see the front axle there on the right, and it looks like a box truck back towards the left and left. It's the side of a truck, but there it was parked in the fertility clinic, which again is right across the street from Desert Regional Medical Center. You can see right there over who are running this clinic, who say all of the eggs, embryos, everything that the fertile storage that they have in their building was okay and saved. We do believe one person was killed in this.
Wow, they killed a person. That's pretty fucked up, whoever did this shit.
We see some law enforcement tech going through the that is just a
where's Hassan's
vehicle,
brigade?
A car that they are now
kidding,
looking through to see exactly how this played out. We know the FBI is investigating this. The governor is aware of the situation happening in Palm Springs. He says his office is monitoring the situation and will continue to. A law enforcement source telling ABC News they believe that the suspect in this explosion was killed. They believe that the suspect in this case was killed. We also believe 5 other people were hurt in this explosion, and there across the street is the hospital. And you can see the force of this shattering windows at nearby businesses. And this is the hospital. This is Desert Regional, and on a second floor on the back of a long outdoor second multi-story patio, those windows were shattered as well. People all around Palm Springs said they could feel the concussion, the wave. They could hear this blast and feel it in the active explosive around the field is exactly what happened.
Well, there you have it. Some retard decided to be a fucking asshole. Well, see, we can't have nice things in this world. This is what politicians want. Oh, you fucking retards.
Got some breaking news for you. 5 people have been stabbed in southeast London this morning. The Met Police are investigating the incident that has happened at an event in Thamesmead just after 4 a.m. Officers attended with the London Ambulance Service. The victims are being treated in hospital. GB News reporter Charlie Peters is in the studio to bring us up to date on this story. Charlie, this sounds awful. Another stabbing in London. What's happened?
Well, Dawn, a manhunt is underway after 5 people were stabbed in southeast London at Thamesmead just after 4 a.m. this morning. No arrests have been made as yet. We do have a statement from the Metropolitan Police who say that officers are investigating an incident this morning where 5 people were seriously assaulted. They said that they were called at 19 minutes past 4 this morning to Nathan Way, SE28, which is southeast London in the Thamesmead area, following reports of multiple people injured at an event. They went on to say that officers attended with the London Ambulance Service. 5 people were located with stab wounds. They were taken to hospital where their injuries are being assessed. They've added that inquiries are ongoing, a cordon has been put up, no arrests have been made, and they have invited people, if they are aware of this incident, to make tip-offs anonymously. But a really shocking incident in Nathan Way in southeast London this morning.
So when you say a manhunt, is it one person they're looking to or a group? I mean, it sounds like, you know, 5 people have been stabbed. It sounds like more than one person they're looking for.
Well, at this moment, the nature of the event is unknown. The severity of the victim's injuries, unknown. The extent of the number of people they're interested in investigating is also unknown. We just know that there are no arrests, 5 stab wounds, and that an investigation is urgently being conducted by the Metropolitan Police.
Oh,
and
wow.
as
I wonder if they're going to
also
sweep it under the rug.
The involvement
like
of the London Ambulance Service at this event,
hey, Starmer,
which does suggest a degree of severity, with people being located with stab wounds and taken to hospital in the early hours.
Your country is being overrun.
What the event was, but I'm just looking
now
invaders
at footage everywhere.
Of Nathan Way in southeast London.
Shit
it's
all
a quite
over the
mixed-use area, but there are some warehouses.
You got your own countrymen leaving your own country because you fucking suck.
I'm just looking at now, but inquiries are ongoing, and a cordon will remain in place throughout the day, according to the Met Police. They are saying that there are no further details being given about the suspect, but police are appealing for anyone with any more information to come forward.
Right, so this is a metropolitan police, and if you do know of anything, so the area, I mean, if you're not in London, I mean, southeast London is, I mean, it's sort of like Thamesmead is quite residential as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's near the Plumstead area of southeast London, so just below the River Thames, east of Woolwich, near Abbey Wood as well. I'm just looking at some aerial imagery of the location where this occurred. It is a warehouse area, so this is a business district, some
so
retail
this guy went
areas
on a
as well,
fucking
but
stabbing
quite
spree
far
and
from
then just
any specific
got out and
housing
left?
areas. It is directly next to Belmarsh Prison and the HMP Thames
Next
side
to a
establishment.
prison. Oh,
no
nice.
suggestion of any link
No,
there
of course,
whatsoever,
no,
but it is in that location. For viewers and
It's in
listeners who
that
understand
area.
where
Oh,
Belmarsh
okay.
is, it's precisely next to it.
Right.
It's the road to the south of the prison. As I say, it's a mixed-use but mostly business-linked area.
Charlie, thank you so much. Another shocking story for bringing up to date on it, and we will keep you informed as and when through the show. And if you want more information on that, please do go to our website, which is gbnews.com. And the breaking story that we brought you about an hour and a half ago now. 5 people have been stabbed in southeast London this morning. The Met Police are investigating the incident that happened at an event in Thamesmead just after 4 a.m. Officers attended with the London Ambulance Service, and victims are being treated in hospital. Joining me now is retired Scotland Yard Detective Inspector Hamish Brown, MBE. Hamish, thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. Hamish, another weekend, another incident of stabbing, 5 people that we're aware of in hospital, a manhunt underway. We are hearing this story so much now.
Yes, it's utterly appalling, isn't it? And once again, it will be a knife crime issue. Now, the police are going to be looking into this, of course. They'll be investigating it, and they'll need to find out what was all this about? What was the connection? Was it something just went terribly wrong? Was it a drug connection? Was it a crime connection?
Dog.
Who knows? The police will quickly establish that, I'm sure. There'll been other people at the party who've seen what's gone on and identify the person concerned. I'm aware no names have been circulated at the moment. Therefore, speculation won't help anyone. But the police will be looking for a name to put it out. They'll be looking for a description, CCTV, that sort of thing. But the role of the witnesses at this stage is absolutely crucial, because it is yet again but another stabbing, but an investigation all the same, and they will literally have to piece this together. And at some stage when they are ready, if they can identify the person, and I suspect they will be able to, person's probably known, they'll put that out and then ask the public help.
As I say, Hamish, the one frustration the public often have with these cases is, like, we're hearing police have launched a manhunt, but they're not telling the public what kind of man they're even hunting for. So we have no idea how we can help. And secondly, is there an issue with stories like this of other people being frightened to come forward with information?
Well, certainly the police will put out, when they've got the clear information, the type of weapon they're using, the person they're looking for, perhaps, or as and when they get a good description, even a photograph. So we'll just have to wait for the police to do just that. As far as, sorry, I've forgotten the second part of the question. There are people have been trying to come forward. Yes, it does happen, and there are many different ways, protected witness schemes. There are many issues the police can turn to. That's before people go to court. But let's talk to the police first of all. You don't have to give your name. In fact, there's Crime Stoppers. You can volunteer information there. So there are many facilities for people to put their side across, which at this stage, it'd be a fast-moving inquiry, and the police want to have a name, they want to have a description, and
you
the
could either just
photograph
get a
even
gun,
better. And I think they'll then put it out. But no speculation, I think, at this...
Well, see, this is the issue. You don't have a good guy with a gun anymore nowadays.
The police will say what they'd like to put.
Fearless.
What they'd like the public to do, no amateur detectives, that's not going to help anyone.
Yeah, indeed. Thank you very much. That is Detective Inspector Hamish Brown,
I hate to say it, but
thank you very much, Hamish, for joining us on that breaking story. To follow that, any developments on that story, please do go to our website, which is gbnews.com.
At GB News, we are proud to stand for you, for the Britain you love, for the communities you live in.
Then you have like groups of fucking lawyers fucking with just look at the Buffalo school system in New York. There's a fucking pigsty. A lot of fucked up shit going on there.
That's what makes us the fearless champions of Britain.
Okay, yeah, right. The everyday decline of our country. Yup, sucks for you, Darren. Ban postal voting and you would see the difference at the next election. Sadi Khan said you just part and parcel of living in a big city. London stand just another third world regime.
Welcome back to Abu Dhabi, Mr. President.
What do we got here?
Look is to become an exact scientific proportioned sexless alien.
This young man is looking to have his genitals surgically removed so he can have exactly no genitals because he wants to be a genderless alien. That's how he identifies. Oh boy. Welcome back to the JP Reacts channel, my beautiful freedom-loving friend. This is where we like to call out lies, hypocrisy, corruption, and help spread the light of truth and freedom because truth conquers. Now, identity, politics, identity, mental illness, where you just kind of say what I imagine I am has way more basis than reality. Now, we've seen some people take that to some extremes.
Your ass is getting tossed
overboard. Are not handicapped, but they identify as handicapped. And
your ass marooned on a fucking island.
Grotesque ways. We've seen it with gender. Not that that's not grotesque when we get hormones and surgery involved, especially for children, but this kind of takes it to a new level. It's kind of out of this world, if you will. A young man named Vinny O. He strives to be an alien. You know, you might say, do aliens actually exist? Well, apparently so. You can just surgically create them out of a human. Now, this original story, him making headlines, getting all this attention because he just waves his hand and starts screaming, I'm gonna surgically enhance myself to be a genderless alien. I don't mind the attention, by the way.
Yeah. I'm just gonna splice up my body.
It's from a few years ago. I think like 8 years ago. But we'll give you still an intriguing story, but also give you
if you guys really want to change your DNA,
but first,
you should probably get some uranium.
Gosh, JP, why would a person go through 110 surgeries
expose yourself to this shit
to become a genderless alien? For good reason.
Don't want that
Let's hear it
radiation
from the alien's mouth.
I moved to LA at a really young age.
Well, then again, you get radiation from everything, so.
You can tell.
And moving here, everything was always about sex appeal. And when I think of alien, I think of like ugly.
Checks out.
Aliens don't really have genders, in my eyes at least.
How do they reproduce?
And I connected with it.
Since landing in La La Land,
What
Vinny's found work
am I
as a makeup
actually
artist.
fucking watching?
Let's hear more. What are you
I want to bleach my
Planning
eyes
on going
now.
somewhere no one has been before.
I'm looking
What
to
is
have
this?
gender unassignment.
I like that. Gender unassigned.
I wish I never saw any of this.
Are you the wrong gender?
Jesus
No, it's just
Christ.
gender is wrong for me.
Looking to change my
Condoleezza
genitals so
Rice.
that way there is nothing there.
Yeah, take a breath on that. Looking to change my genitals so nothing is there. Would there be any problems with that? Not that I've thought of. How do you plan on peeing? I don't know. Maybe I just don't identify as one who needs to pee. Problem solved.
Maybe like a hole to pee out of. It would be an easier life.
I'd imagine that would be an easier life. Now, you might be thinking, what doctor in his right mind would possibly agree to this? Well,
Yeah,
leave it
you
to
need
an
a medic.
LA-based plastic surgeon to say, like, this is healthcare. This is exactly what needs to be done so you can be healthy. So I'm a doctor. You pay at the door. I'll do anything you want.
So first, let's start with why do you want to have this done?
I've been wanting to have this done because I don't use my genitals. I'm already into transitioning.
Is there a problem,
but
Peter?
I never really wanted to be a woman.
No
That's
problem
kinda-
at all,
I
Mrs.
think that's kind of an
We
easy
were
way
just
out.
discussing
That is
ideas of what to do with the new
very
Prince
easy.
Eric
It's an
movie.
easy
Put a
layout
kick in it, make
of
her gay.
gender to just be the opposite gender. I like that. Like, let's take
that's-
the road less traveled here. How can we achieve
That's all I can
more
say about this
with
one.
how we escape who and what we are?
Feel that it'd be easier just to have like nothing.
Easier.
Easier.
The easiest thing is accept
Yes.
what you are and what you have.
Copying
I think
it-
that's
yeah.
easier, but I'm probably coming from a
Yeah,
small-minded
it's easier,
point of view. Become an alien. Become a different species. Maybe that is easier. Let's see more.
If you're creating a
you
new
you
type
cannot
of a
what
sexual organ,
It
which
doesn't
is
work
actually
like that.
asexual organ, we don't
No new
know how your
species,
body's
no.
gonna react
No,
to
no.
Do we really care? I don't think we do, but let's hear a little more from this good doctor.
The surgical procedure that Vinny wants to have done, it's very unique. It's not been done before.
Never been done.
Many doctors will have to take into consideration the psychological aspects of it as much as the medical aspects of it. My main problem with his procedure was that what he's going to think about in 10, 15 years, because all the bridges are gone. There's no way to come back to female or male.
Come on now. Come on now. Aren't we told this is all reversible? Nothing's permanent. That doctor should have his license revoked.
Oh wow, that doctor said it's it can't change back. Oh wow. I wonder why. Oh, these people can change back. I wonder who's the dumbass politicians who've been saying that.
Been raising that
Oh,
really
once
big in
you
question.
go under
We'll get
the
back to the
knife,
video in
that's
just a
it.
second, but first, you probably know you can't truly be free unless
I mean,
you are
right?
in control
If
of your
people
health.
want to get
and a huge
flamed
part
like
of that
that,
has to do
go,
with the
go for it.
nutrients that
Not
you're
my problem.
eating. For the longest time, I thought I was getting all
what
the
do I
nutrients
know? I'm just a
needed
scientist
from
who
my
doesn't
good, clean, organic
doesn't
food.
play with that shit.
Lots of meat, lots of fat, some clean carbs. But I was wrong. I was missing the most nutrient-dense source of food on the planet. Grass-fed beef liver. It is absolutely no secret that organ meats are incredibly nutrient dense, especially
Why are you doing
liver.
this in
And
this
I
kind
was
of
missing out.
video?
But here's the problem for me. I think eating liver is disgusting. I didn't grow up eating liver. I've tried raw
what
liver. I
is
think that's
that?
kind of gross. I've tried
Yeah,
cooked
yeah,
liver.
yeah.
I think that's even more disgusting. But the good news is that problem was solved when I found Ancestral Supplements beef liver. It is the easiest, most pleasant, most affordable way to get grass-fed beef liver into your life. I've been using Ancestral Supplements grass-fed beef liver for years now, and I never miss a day. It's a very effective way to get most of your vitamins and minerals in, like vitamin A,
Yes, yes,
B12,
yes.
vitamin K, iron. And because this is real food, your body can absorb most of it, unlike synthetic vitamins and minerals that don't actually come from food. It keeps your metabolism fast, energy high, and cravings for crap low. Don't let the hassle of cooking liver every day or its unpleasantness prevent you from fully taking control of your health with nature's multivitamin. Get your Ancestral Supplements grass-fed beef liver at ancestralsupplements.com/JPReacts. And this one's mine, but when you get yours, also use promo code JPReacts to save yourself 15%. Now back to the video. Vinny, by the way, was on another morning show contemplating what life would be like.
Oops.
Would you have regrets? Of course not. Also, obviously, this person wants to become an alien because that's who they truly are. This isn't about attention. It just so happens to be this got him a lot of attention, believe it or not. You know, has a film crew follow him along to the plastic surgery office. Now he's on a popular morning show in London. I'm not doing this for attention. Just doing it for me, but give me the attention. I don't want to do it without the attention. See what he had to say about contemplating regret.
I do not see me having any regret when I'm 70. I see myself possibly like adopting children and raising them just totally fine. I don't need...
Oh wow, this person wants to adopt children. Interesting. Then why did a person decide to fucking suicide at a fertility bank? Deranged people.
Sexual organs to do so.
Yeah. You definitely need.
Sorry, I mean it has nothing to do with this person.
So I don't
but
see myself
it's
regretting it.
It's
No.
people
So you're
who
very
are
close to
in
your
the
family.
same
What do they say?
Kind of trauma that his
mindset.
family
Oh, they say that I'm crazy, but they.
Well, but just psychologically crazy.
I mean, well,
they have, like, they have these therapists.
well, that's on
like,
you, right?
Diagnose me as, like, quite literally, diagnosis is crazy. They're just, they're not with the current times. Now, at the top of the show,
because when you tell that to
this
normal people, it
story
just
is
sounds
from
like you
a
want to
number of
slice
years
off your
ago.
dick.
So fast forwarding to present day. Let's check out the
at least to me,
aliens TikTok account, and you can see
sound like you want to slice off your own
alien
fucking
is not
slice up
actually
your
living
body,
as an
literally.
alien. Certainly,
Right? You can't.
highly
You don't
mutilated face,
want to.
as you can see here.
You don't want to go down the
Thank
street.
you. Oh,
You go across
so
the street.
scrolling
You
through,
don't want to
can
do that
see,
anymore.
hey,
right?
we're not doing the
So
alien
instead, you
shtick
have
anymore.
medical
And also through
procedures
extensive
to do that
research
for you.
online, there is approximately zero confirmation that this alien went through with the massive, like, no genitals procedure. Hopefully that appears to be the case, that they didn't follow through, and hopefully that is the case for this person, because whatever else they've done, it's at least not as extreme as that. Which brings up a good question here. Was this person doing all this for attention? Because you can see the person saying, yeah, when I'm 70, there's no way I'm going to regret slicing all my genitals off.
I don't know.
Being an alien.
It's hard to say.
And here you can see just a few years later.
I don't know what these people are thinking.
They're not an alien.
These people are
can you be an alien?
alien
They're
to
not
me.
pretending to be an alien anymore.
Yes.
And I believe we heard
I don't know what the fuck they're...
the aliens say, you
goes
know,
on in their mind.
I'm not a
understand these
man. I
people.
don't want to be a woman. Well, take a look at the pronouns she, her. Definitely changed her
yes.
mind on that. His mind, whatever.
His
and
mind, whatever.
unfortunately, not being an alien isn't good for business. This person has
not my fault. They do it to
581
themselves.
On TikTok.
Not my fault. I
And
make
for
jokes out of
someone
it.
who just seemingly likes attention, that's just not a lot of followers. So, what that might tell me is the whole alien stunt was just attention-seeking behavior. And my hope is
I mean, it
that
sounds like what
they
streamers do all the
the
time.
surgical aspect of that
Attention-seeking
stunt, because
behavior.
either the attention dwindled off or they realized literally inflicting
Streamers,
crimes
content
against
creators,
my
they always
body
gotta
isn't
fucking
gonna be
one up
worth the
each other,
attention.
right?
And I would dare say attention
It's a
is
shit-slinging
most
battle,
deserved
right?
based on merit, not outrageousness, especially at the harm of yourself or harm of other people. So that's where they were, swearing
Streamers
they'll
do it all
never
the
have
time.
regret.
Sorry.
Here they are now, definitely not being an alien.
Streamers
so
and
they
fucking journalists.
hopefully don't have to live with the regret of
News media
permanent out of
outlets,
this
they do
world
it all the fucking
surgical
time. What do you
interventions. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think about this person's mental health in the comments below. And I would dare say this is 1 part entertaining, 10 parts a warning about the mental health of young people out there. Thank you for watching. I look forward to seeing you in our next video. But until then, accept yourself as you are.
Thank you. JP Briox. I mean, streamers love this shit. Content creators. Activists. News media sites. There's some real fucking weirdos out there in the world, you know? That's why we need the straitjackets back. Start tying them up, put them in straitjackets, and, you know, ship them off.